West, and I think it's a matter of grave concern. Because I've been known to him since the time, I'm very sad about the fact that this has happened. I'm right now at a program for Dussehra. I'm just finished, and myself, I'm rushing to the hospital to take stock of the situation. We all been in Bandra East. We grew up together, and it's a matter of deep shock and a grave, it's a matter of deep shock and very emotional moment for me at least, and I'm sure for a lot of friends and people of Bandra who knew him over the years. In politics, things may be your way or may not, but I mean, this is something where we all stand very solidly with the family, with him, and I just hope he's fine, in a position to get. I don't know. I'm getting some different news, but I just hope he is going to be treated, and I just pray that he gets well.
All right, Mr. Bamla, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. In fact, I'm also joined by Shaina NC of the BJP. Ma'am, what is your reaction, your initial reaction to this entire incident? Really unfortunate that Mr. Baba Siddique has been shot at.
Well, absolutely. It's shocking. And right now, prayers for him, his family, and for everyone who is with him in terms of support. We never expected any kind of, these kind of incidents in a city like Mumbai. And I think the beauty of Mumbai has always been to coexist despite all differences. And one hears that there were 3 assailants that shot at Zeeshan Siddique's office. The fact is that the facts will be dealt with, the people will be dealt with, but right now it is only concern for him and his family. And I hope, as I speak as a Mumbaikar, that we must speak up and rise beyond differences. Nobody should be allowed to take law into their hands.
Absolutely, ma'am. And have you heard from Mr. Siddique's family as of now? Have you spoken to anyone, ma'am?
No, I haven't. And I think that this is a time where the doctors should just be doing their job. And what one understands is that he has been taken to Lilavati Hospital. So let's just wait and not speculate any which way. Right now, it only has to be about law and order being maintained, which the Home Minister Devendra Fadnavis will definitely look into immediately. And having said that, I think concern for the family and his speedy recovery is the only concern.
All right, Shaina NC, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. And I'm also currently joined by Mr. Sanjay Jha, political analyst. Sir, what is your initial reaction to whatever that has occurred as of now?
Well, to be honest, very, very surprised and stunned. Every time a public figure gets violently attacked, I think we should all be worried because people in politics are constantly in the public space and they're extremely vulnerable to elements that can be hostile to them. I believe that this is a extremely tragic development as far as Mumbai is concerned, because I live in the city and many people do, and we have always prided in the fact that Mumbai is a city which is very tolerant, peace-loving, has law and order, and a certain character to it that doesn't condone this kind of activity that used to happen decades ago during the time of gangster violence. To see or to hear about this attack, first we need to know who's behind it, what's the motive, what has caused it. But irrespective of that, the truth remains that Baba Siddique has been a very prominent face in Mumbai politics and in public life. And all one can hope is that he's okay and that his family, which must be pretty shattered at the news, can pray and hope that he recovers quickly, because I have no idea, and unless you have it, as to how serious his condition is. But from the look of it, it appears to be a very violent manifestation of something extremely deep. And I think as a city, we need to be worried if we're going to see such a collapse of law and order. And I hope the government of the day acts quickly in terms of investigating who's at the bottom of this insane attack, and more important, nabbing the culprits.
Absolutely, Mr. Jha. And when you talk about his community leadership, he is not just known to be a Muslim leader. He is also known to be a community leader and a very respected leader within Mumbai's communities. Just give us a sense of like the kind of key roles that he has played in promoting interfaith harmony and resolving community disputes there, because there are a lot of things that he has done there right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's an extremely popular person, and I can tell you that. I met him a couple of times in the usual political events, and he's always been extremely gregarious, very forthcoming, extremely likable. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, his iftar parties are legendary, where people from all walks of life come and celebrate with him. And you're absolutely right, extremely bipartisan. There is no such thing about which religious community he belongs to. I think everyone is welcome. It's an eclectic, inclusive affair of celebration. So I'm just very disturbed because, every time you know somebody in particular, of course, you feel bad even if you don't know somebody well personally. But when you know somebody well and that person goes through such a harrowing experience of being shot at, it kind of leaves you very perturbed. And I do hope that the government of Maharashtra with Mr. Fadnavis, etc., swing into action, because we need to know who does this. Because, what is frightening is the kind of license that people have today to go and shoot at anybody and get away with that. I mean, that by itself ought to concern us all.
Mr. Jha, does this also raise a lot of question marks on the current law and order situation as far as especially a metro city like Mumbai is concerned?
Well, you've been hearing so many cases of late, right, of hit-and-run cases, attacks on people. We have seen all kinds of tensions rise. And I just feel that, as somebody who's lived here for over 30 years, I mean, one of the reasons why I love Mumbai, no matter which part of the world I'm in, I love to get back home, is because this city has got its own heat. And, it's a safe city. It's a city where women go out and come back late in the night and don't normally have to worry about their safety and security. And it's one place where you find that people come from all parts of India. It's a global village, actually, if you think about it. The number of foreigners who live here, people from all over the country, we kind of pride in its eclectic diversity. Therefore, when you see such an incident, it obviously will get everyone thinking as to where are we headed. And I think the warning signs have been there. Maharashtra is not what it used to be. Mumbai is not what it used to be. There are reasons for concern, but I will remain eternally optimistic that the people of this city are wonderful. They're beautiful people. And I think, I hope Baba Siddique recovers, and I do hope we are able to kind of learn from this horrific violence act, condemn it strongly, and make sure that nobody else has to go through this kind of experience.
Thank you very much for speaking with the NDTV. So breaking news coming at this point, Mr. Baba Siddique, the NCP leader, he has been shot at in Mumbai. There were multiple rounds fired at Mr. Siddique, and he was rushed to the Lilavati Hospital just half an hour, 40 minutes ago. His situation is said to be critical at this moment. In the meanwhile, the Mumbai police, they have detained 2 individuals in the connection with this particular incident, and further investigation is underway. Just to give a sense of who Mr. Baba Siddique is, Baba Siddique is a former Maharashtra minister, and he in fact joined Congress when he was a teenager, and he later quit the party where he was associated with for 48 years, and then joined the Ajit Pawar's Nationalist Congress party. Mr. Siddique's son, Zeeshan, he is a Congress MLA from Bandra East in Mumbai. And the firing, this particular firing, remember, it has come just months after shots were fired outside the actor Salman Khan's house. The politician, remember, he is also known for his grand iftar parties, which is attended by top Bollywood stars as well. So Baba Siddique, he has been shot at. Multiple rounds were fired at Baba Siddique, and he is currently at Lilavati Hospital. His situation is said to be critical. Time to slip into a very short break. More news on the other side.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter.
And impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
To the seat of power, Delhi.
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV. 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced to leave their homes, not knowing what lies ahead for their future in Lebanon.
In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries, shaping the world's future. NDTV World Summit, October 21st and 22nd on the NDTV network.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter.
And impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
To the seat of power, Delhi.
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV. 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues, big and small, from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them manly men. All I want is a touch of love.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. A touch of love.
In a world of shifting.
Siddique's office in Bandra East. Two suspects, they have been currently been detained by the police to investigate the motive behind this attack. But the news that we are getting in at this point is that Baba Siddique, the NCP leader, he has been shot dead. He has succumbed to his injuries. Baba Siddique was taken to the Lilavati Hospital in Mumbai. And these are the shots that you can see on your screens, shots from outside the Lilavati Hospital where Mr Siddique was taken when he was shot at. This incident, remember, it occurred near the office of his son, Zeeshan Siddique, in Bandra East. Baba Siddique, remember, he suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was swiftly taken to Lilavati Hospital for medical care. My colleague Radhika joins us to get us more on this. Radhika, really unfortunate news. Baba Siddique he has passed away. What is the police saying at the moment? And from what we understand, they have taken two people in. They have detained two individuals in this connection so far.
That's right. We are getting details that Baba Siddique has, in fact, passed away in a hospital in Mumbai. In fact, he was admitted in Lilavati Hospital just a while ago. After he was shot at, there were at least about 3 to 4 gunshot wounds. He was shot at by unknown assailants, is the initial information that we got. But at this point, we're getting to know tragic news, of course, that Baba Siddique has in fact succumbed to his injuries, although he was taken immediately, was rushed to Lilavati Hospital. As far as investigations are concerned, of course, an FIR has been registered. Investigations are underway. We're also getting to know that a few people have been detained. But who these people are, how were they associated with the Siddique family, what kind of rivalry they perhaps had with Baba Siddique, these are details that we're still waiting for. But investigations are underway. We are yet to get an official police statement. We're getting all these information on the basis of police sources who are telling us that investigations are underway. Of course, huge police presence, as you can see in those visuals, not just at the spot of the incident, but also outside the hospital. But unfortunate news coming in from Lilavati Hospital that Baba Siddique has in fact succumbed to his injuries. He was in fact shot at near his son's office, son Zeeshan Siddique's office. Also getting to know that another person may also have been injured in this incident. Again, these are all initial details that's trickling in. We'll have to wait for some more confirmation from police as well as hospital sources. There are reports that a few people have been, 2 suspects have been detained, is the latest information that we have by way of police sources. There are 2 suspects. two suspects detained is what the police sources are telling us. So yes, that's initial information. So FIR registered, two suspects detained. Baba Siddique unfortunately succumbing to his injuries. Of course, as far as Baba Siddique was concerned, he was a very powerful political figure in Mumbai, especially in Bandra constituency. Of course, Bandra constituency is a constituency where a number of political figures, number of celebrities and a number of sports stars live. And Baba Siddique had a lot of contacts and connections with, a lot of prominent people in Mumbai as well as in Bandra. His Eid parties were very popular, where the who's who of Mumbai used to come. He is, of course, a three-time MLA, was a three-time MLA from Bandra constituency. In fact, he was with the Congress, but it was just recently, in fact, 2024, that he moved to the Ajit Pawar NCP. He had certain issues within the Congress party, although he joined the Congress party, when he was quite young. He became an MLA in the 1990s. He was a corporator in the 1990s and then an MLA in 1990s as well as in early 2000 as well. So three-time MLA from Bandra West constituency. A very powerful figure as far as, the Congress party at the time, and of course now the NCP party is concerned.
All right, Radhika, stay with us because we're currently joined by Farah Sultan Ahmad, the film producer and Baba Siddique's friend there. Farahji, a really unfortunate incident here.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate to hear about the sad demise, and he was not a MLA, not a corporator, since that time we used to know him. And he was such a gem of the person, he used to help the people, he was a very good, it's very sad. If it's no more means it's very sad what we are hearing, so.
Right, Farahji, have you been able to contact the family? Have you heard from his family members? Have you been able to get in touch with them?
I just contact her niece and all that right now, because even his son must be busy with those things, so we don't want to disturb all these things.
Right.
So definitely we are going to go and.
Okay. All right. All right, Farahji, thank you very much for speaking with NDTV. I still have Radhika Ramaswamy on the phone line. Radhika, this firing incident, it has come just months after shots were fired after actor Salman Khan's residence. This raises a lot of questions on the law and order situation there. All right, Radhika is still there with us. Radhika, this entire incident, this firing incident, it has taken place just a couple of months after, shots were fired outside the actor Salman Khan's residence. All right, we'll try and get Radhika back on the line. From the breaking news at this point of time is Baba Siddique, the NCP leader. He is succumbed to his injuries. He was shot at. Multiple rounds were fired at Baba Siddique outside his son's residence, Zeeshan Siddique's residence. Baba Siddique, remember, he was a three-time MLA, and he was the MLA for 3 consecutive terms in 1999, 2004 as well as 2009, and had also served as a Minister of State for Food and Civil Supplies, Labour and FTA on 8th of February 2024. He had resigned from the membership of INC, the Indian National Congress, and he had then joined the Nationalist Congress Party, which is led by Ajit Pawar on the 12th of February 2024. And Radhika Ramaswamy is back with us on the phone line. Radhika. And Radhika, just give us a sense of how does it speak about the law and order situation in Mumbai at the moment? Because, just a couple of months ago, the shots were fired outside Salman Khan's residence, that too in a very posh locality there. And something similar has happened this time around.
Absolutely. This puts a lot of question mark on law and order situation as far as Mumbai is concerned. And all this happening just ahead of assembly polls. Now, unfortunate incident, very tragic. Senior NCP leader Baba Siddique passed away after being shot at multiple times by unidentified persons. Of course, now what the police are saying is that 2 people have been detained. Perhaps there could be a couple more who are absconding at this point, but 2 people have been detained is the confirmation that we are getting by way of police sources. Who these people are, what connections they have with the Siddique family, all that is a matter of investigation. We are still awaiting some details from the police. But right now, heavy security, not just outside the office where the incident happened, Baba Siddique's son Zeeshan's office where the incident occurred, but also outside the hospital where he succumbed to his injury. In fact, the incident occurring near the office of Zeeshan Siddique, which is in Bandra East. Baba Siddique suffering multiple gunshot wounds. However, he was taken to Lilavati Hospital immediately, but he couldn't be saved. His condition was critical when he was admitted. He sustained injuries in chest and abdomen. That's the information that we got by way of police sources as well as from hospital authorities. We believe 3 to 4 assailants were involved in the attack. Now, of course, investigations are underway to understand the motive behind this particular attack. 2 people have currently been detained. Investigations are going on.
All right, so these are live visuals that are coming on your screens. Devendra Fadnavis, he has reached the Lilavati Hospital. Devendra Fadnavis, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, he is currently at the Lilavati Hospital. Baba Siddique, the NCP leader, he has been shot dead. He had 3 rounds were fired at the NCP leader, multiple shots were fired at him. He was quickly taken to the Lilavati Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. 2 people, they have been taken into custody as of now, and multiple reactions have been coming in, including that of Milind Deora, who said that he's shocked to hear about the passing of Baba Siddique. He says that he's on his way to meet the family. He said that my deepest condolences to his son, Zeeshan, and the family of Baba Siddique and the supporters during this difficult time. So Baba Siddique, the NCP leader, he has passed away. Baba Siddique was a 3-time MLA for 3 consecutive terms in 1999, 2004 as well as 2009, and he had also served as a minister in Maharashtra. Remember, he had been associated with the Congress party for 48 years before leaving the Congress party and then joining the Nationalist Congress party led by Ajit Pawar on 12th of February 2024. In fact, reactions have been coming in. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra, listen to what the Chief Minister of Maharashtra has to say.
बाबा सिद्दीकी याच्यावर गोळीबार झाला, अतिशय दुर्दैवी घटना आहे आणि त्या संदर्भात मी डॉक्टरांशी अगोदर बोललो होतो आणि पोलीस आयुक्तांशी बोललो. त्यामध्ये 2 आरोपी अरेस्ट आहेत, एक यूपीचा आहे, एक हरियाणाचा आहे आणि एक आरोपी फरार आहे. झालेली घटना अतिशय दुर्दैवी आहे. मी पोलिसांना निर्देश दिलेले आहेत की मुंबईमध्ये कुठल्याही परिस्थितीत कायदा सुव्यवस्था कोणी हातात घेता कामा नये.
Investigations are underway.
याच्यावर कडक कारवाई झाली पाहिजे. कठोर कारवाई करण्याची
strictest action will be taken against the perpetrators.
पोलिसांची कायदा सुव्यवस्था राखण्यामध्ये मुंबई पोलिसांचं नाव आहे आणि त्यामुळे
all the instructions have been given to ensure law and order situation is taken care of in the city of Mumbai.
बाबा सिद्दीकी यांच्यावर जो हल्ला केलेला आहे या हल्ल्यासंदर्भात तात्काळ यांच्यावर कठोर कारवाई होईल आणि कठोर कारवाई करण्याचे निर्देश मी दिले.
We will ensure strictest action will be taken.
Right, Radhika, the Chief Minister, he also mentioned about the 2 perpetrators. He in fact said that one of the perpetrators is from Haryana and the other one is from Uttar Pradesh. Is it what he said?
That's it. 2 people have been arrested. These are people belonging to Haryana and UP. 1 person is absconding, is what he has said so far. The police have also confirmed that 2 people had been detained. But what the motive of the crime is, that is a matter of investigation. So we'll have to wait for some more time to understand what exactly led to this shooting. Very, very shocking incident taking place in Bandra East area. It happened just a while ago. Baba Siddique, a very powerful political figure, as far as Mumbai is concerned, was shot at, and now, of course, he succumbed to injuries. His mortal remains kept at Lilavati Hospital. Multiple visitors now. He had connections with not just the political fraternity in Mumbai, as I said, but also with Bollywood personalities as well, which is why we could see a number of Bollywood people also at Lilavati Hospital expected. We believe that Salman Khan could also be visiting Lilavati Hospital anytime now, or perhaps and other prominent people from the film industry and from the political circle as well. Eknath Shinde there, in fact, giving his condolences along with several other leaders in Maharashtra, particularly in Mumbai. Now, as far as Baba Siddique is concerned, as you mentioned already, he's a two-time BNP corporator, but he was also a three-time MLA. He won the Bandra West Assembly constituency in the 90s and then again retained the seat in 2004 and 2008. He lost to BJP's Ashish Shalar in 2014, did not run in 2019. Of course, his son Zeeshan Siddique has been active in politics. Baba Siddique also held the position of Minister of State for Food and Civil Supplies as well. That was in 2004. And earlier this year, of course, due to differences with Congress party, where he was a part of for more than 40 years, he joined the Ajit Pawar NCP. So very, very unfortunate, tragic news coming from the city of Mumbai, where one of the powerful political figures, Baba Siddique, being shot at by a few assailants, and he suffered by multiple bullet wounds and unfortunately succumbing to injuries.
Radhika, you also mentioned about his association with the top Bollywood stars, including that of Salman Khan as well as Shah Rukh Khan. From what we understand as of now, Salman Khan, he has cancelled his shoot today after hearing the death of Mr. Baba Siddique, and he has also rushed to the Lilavati Hospital. Just give us a sense of his association with and his camaraderie that he enjoyed with the people from the Bollywood as well.
That's right. Simply the fact that Baba Siddique belonged to Bandra West constituency. As I said, Bandra West is a constituency where most of the 90% of the who's who of Bollywood lives in Bandra. So therefore, as a result of him being part of this constituency and being an MLA from this constituency twice, he had held close associations with multiple Bollywood personalities, and his Eid parties, iftar parties are very popular in Mumbai, where again who's who of Bollywood participate. So he had close association with, especially with the Khans who live in Bandra. So yes, as far as Baba Siddique was concerned, his association with Bollywood as well as sports fraternity is quite popular. He's held iftar parties, Eid parties for people of Bollywood as well as for prominent people in the city of Mumbai. So therefore, that is something that's well known, which is why we're seeing a lot of people from within Bollywood, expressing their shock over this incident. Salman Khan rushing to the spot. We could expect Shah Rukh Khan also at a hospital perhaps today or tomorrow. He's also very close to Sunil Dutt. In fact, multiple celebrities had held this constituency in the past as well. Bandra West constituency is something that was held by, many other Bollywood personalities as well. In fact, Dutt family, Priya Dutt, had also held MLA position in Bandra West constituency in the past, and she also belongs to a Bollywood family, and they are also close to Baba Siddique. So yes, Baba Siddique's association with Bollywood goes way back, and not just with Bollywood, but also with powerful people from across fraternities. So therefore, it becomes very shocking. And also the motive becomes very important to understand what exactly led to it. Who are these people and what if they had any associations with any gang members. All that is a matter of investigation.
Right. In fact, I'm currently joined by Clyde Crasto of the NCP. Sir, really unfortunate incident. Your first thoughts on this tragic incident that has happened?
It's very shocking. It's shocking to know about Mr. Baba Siddique being shot dead, in Bandra, among people. All I can think of is that the law and order situation in Maharashtra has completely failed. This BJP-led MahUP government has not been able to take law and order situation under control. Because you see across, some time ago, Mr. Abhishek Gosalkar from the Shiv Sena was shot. Then, people from the Bharatiya Janata Party, leader from their group, whipped a revolver and, tried to shoot in the police station. Whether it's the Koita gang around in Pune, everywhere you see, there is a law and order situation. So I think the Home Department in Maharashtra, led by Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, has completely failed. Mr. Devendra Fadnavis should actually introspect and ask himself whether he is capable of handling this Home Department in Maharashtra. I think he should resign, though it's a short time now because elections are around the corner. Anyway, he will be out of his position. But the fact is, there's a lot of answering that needs to be done by these people. Because how can people just in the busy street in Bandra just whip out revolver and shoot a leader? Imagine if a leader like Baba Siddique can be shot, at any time. The common man has to start worrying now whether, the law and order can be taken care of in Maharashtra.
Yes, Mr. Crasto, just a couple of months ago, something similar happened outside Salman Khan's residence. Does this also raise a question on the law and order situation there, according to you?
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Across the state, you see, there are these elements, miscreants, elements, criminals, gangsters, whatever you call them. They are free to do what they want because there's no fear of the law anymore. You see the Porsche case in Pune, when those two young kids were, hit and they died, there were leaders from political parties actually making calls for their safety. Blood samples were changed, they were given pizzas. In Bombay, when that lady was hit by the car, there was a leader from the Shinde government who was connected. Calls were made there too. So the thing is that all these people who do deeds like this or acts like these know that they'll go scot-free, therefore they're doing so. And Mr. Baba Siddique was a known leader. He had his security, I guess. He had people connected. If he can be in trouble like this and he's shot dead now, imagine the common man in the city or in the state. This is very disturbing. I think this needs to be taken up very, very seriously because, a common man is now in fear that how does he live in the city of Mumbai and in Maharashtra.
All right, Mr. Clyde Crasto, thank you very much for sharing your views on this unfortunate incident that has taken place in Mumbai. Baba Siddique, he has been shot dead in Mumbai while he was at his son's residence, and 3 rounds were fired at the NCP leader. He was taken to the hospital, the Lilavati Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. He was critically injured after being shot multiple times by 3 unidentified assailants near his son's office in Bandra East. 2 of the suspects, they have been detained. The police is investigating the motive behind the attack as of now. In the meanwhile, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde, he has given a statement. He's in fact spoken to the media as well, and he has in fact said that he in fact mentioned that one of the assailant, he's from Haryana, and the other one is from Uttar Pradesh, is what the Chief Minister also had to say. In fact, multiple reactions have been coming in from all quarters, and a really unfortunate incident. In fact, people have been posting their condolences on social media as well. Preeti Sharma Menon, she is saying, she has posted on X saying, "Shocking. My condolences to Zeeshan and his family. May Baba Siddique's soul rest in peace." She also questioned that if an ex-minister can be killed in Bandra, what hope do citizens have? Raising a lot of questions over the law and order situation currently in Maharashtra. The Chief Minister, in fact, said, and the exact quote is that it is extremely unfortunate. I have spoken to the doctors as well as to the police. 2 suspects have been detained. One is from Uttar Pradesh, other from Haryana. One is absconding, is what the Chief Minister is saying. The Chief Minister in that bite also mentioned that I have told the police that no one should take the law into their own hands. The gang war situation should not resurface again. He also mentioned that I have told the police to take tough steps. Mumbai police is known for keeping law and order. We'll catch them and take strong action against them. Let's in fact listen in to that bite of the Chief Minister.
बाबा सिद्दीकी याच्यावर गोळीबार झाला, अतिशय दुर्दैवी घटना आहे आणि त्या संदर्भात मी डॉक्टरांची अगोदर बोललो होतो आणि पोलीस आयुक्तांशी बोललो. त्यामध्ये 2 आरोपी अरेस्ट आहेत, एक यूपीचा आहे, एक हरियाणाचा आहे आणि एक आरोपी फरार आहे. झालेली घटना अतिशय दुर्दैवी आहे. मी पोलिसांना निर्देश दिलेले आहेत की मुंबईमध्ये कुठल्याही परिस्थितीत कायदा सुव्यवस्था कोणी हातात घेता कामा नये, गॅंगवार वगैरे कोणी डोकं वर काढता कामा नये, याच्यावर कडक कारवाई झाली पाहिजे. कठोर कारवाई करण्याच्या मी सूचना दिलेल्या आहेत आणि पोलिसांची कायदा सुव्यवस्था राखण्यामध्ये मुंबई पोलिसांचं नाव आहे आणि त्यामुळे या आरोपीला तात्काळ पकडतील आणि त्याच्यावर कडक कारवाई करतील. तिन्ही लोक जे आहेत
So that was the Chief Minister of Maharashtra speaking to the media, and he said that Mumbai police is known for keeping law and order, and he assured the people of Maharashtra that they are going to catch the perpetrators and take strong action against them. In fact, my colleague Anuj Raite joins us to get us more on this. Anuj, you're currently outside. The hospital. If I can see, well, you are outside the Lilavati Hospital. Just give us a sense of what is happening there right now.
Well, there's a lot of uncertainty outside the hospital, of course, as we are all noting that news is getting spread not just via social media accounts, but also from different, Twitter accounts of the members of not just one party, but also the NCP, Ajit Pawar faction as well. And that is irritating the supporters who have gathered here. And I'd just like to show around, this is like several people have come down here. Mr. Baba Siddique is an extremely, popular face, especially in the Bandra region. He's the former minister of the state and he's also been a 3-time MLA from this place. And as you can see that Deputy Chief Minister is already inside. We can expect more ministers and more politicians to come in. And with that, there's also a flock of all his supporters who have come here just to get one piece of information. And, it might get a little difficult, a situation for police to handle, because we are expecting an official statement to come out from the hospital side, and that will indeed result in some sort of the people, all supporters who have gathered here are in some sort of a denial and are asking, or rather urging, the media to not spread any sort of fake information regarding the demise. But as you can see, that ministers are making their way through to the hospital, and we're also expecting several personalities from different fields, including Salman Khan, whom we've learned has cancelled his Big Boss shoot and is on his way to the Lilavati Hospital. Mind you, he is very close to Baba Siddique, just like Shah Rukh Khan. So we can expect many other people from different fields, not just politics, but across different arena to come here at the Lilavati Hospital. And it might become a difficult situation for the police to handle here at the moment. As you can see, the number of people here has already increased. And, they're trying to tell the media to not spread what they consider to be a fake news about the demise of Baba Siddique. But it has been confirmed via different social media accounts by, of politicians from different parties, including Aditi Tatkare, Prafulla Patel, and all the other senior leaders from the faction of the NCP. But and as far as the details are concerned, the Chief Minister himself confirmed the fact that there were 3 shooters involved, and all of them from outside the state. And we're also learning that one of them is still absconding, whereas 2 of them who are from Haryana and other states in the northern country have been arrested and have been detained by the police, and they are currently in the police custody. So we can expect some sort of fast tracking of that case. But the major situation for the police right now here would be to control the situation outside the Lilavati Hospital here in Bandra.
Just give us a sense of what is the reaction of the people, especially because Mr. Baba Siddique, he was not just a Muslim leader. He is also a community leader. He, in fact, brought together a lot of communities with his work that he did. Just give us a sense of what the people who are present there are saying about him right now.
Yeah, sure. I'll just try and see if I the people here. Sir, the people here are extremely emotional. They are not really willing to accept the fact that the news which has been floated around here is indeed true. They don't really want to believe in it. That is resulting into some sort of friction, not just between the people and the police officials here, but also between the people and the media personnel who, according to them, are not spreading the right information. We'll try and get in touch with some people and then try and talk to them about this incident. सर आप बताइए कि बाबा सिद्दीकी आपको अभी क्या जानकारी है आपके पास अभी इसके बारे में, और कितने इम्पोर्टेंट थे बाबा सिद्दीकी इस जगह के लिए, कितने इम्पोर्टेंट थे बाबा सिद्दीकी? सर बाबा सिद्दीकी के बारे में क्या कहना चाहोगे आप?
क्या कहेंगे, इतने लोग देख रहे हैं, इतने लोग बता सकते हैं कि क्या कहेंगे। जिंदा है, अल्लाह से दुआ कर रहे हैं हम लोग, बच जाए, क्या बोलेंगे।
सर वो जो न्यूज स्प्रेड हो रही है सोशल मीडिया पे, जो कि बहुत सारे
अंदर से हम लोग को फोन आया कि भाई अभी है, हाँ अच्छे, यानी कि डॉक्टर लोग ने कोई जवाब नहीं दिए, हमारे कलीग लोग है साथ में हमारे उधर।
Okay. This is what we're learning is that the people here claim that they've received some sort of information from inside which state that the head of Baba Siddique is indeed good, but we're seeing that there is some sort of denial here amongst the followers of Baba Siddique, and it will indeed become a difficult situation for police to handle once the news is to be made public, which will happen anytime soon here from the hospital side.
Absolutely, Anuj. It also raises a lot of questions on the law and order situation in Mumbai, and especially in the posh areas of Mumbai. Remember, just a couple of months ago, we saw that incident of firing outside Salman Khan's residence, and something similar has happened right now. This really raises a lot of question marks there.
It does raise a lot of question marks, and we don't even have to go to May this year to talk about Salman Khan. Only a couple of weeks ago we saw a similar instance take place against where another leader of the NCP, Ajit Pawar faction was killed here in Baikala region of South Mumbai, and now we're talking about an eminent leader, in Baba Siddique, who is one of the most prominent faces as far as not just, as you rightly said some time ago, it's not just the Muslim followers of Baba Siddique, but he was a well-respected politician across party lines, and that does give scope for a lot of questions to be asked to the Deputy Chief Minister, who is at the moment present here at the Lilavati Hospital. We've seen that Supriya Sure especially has been making these comments time and again, that the Deputy Chief Minister of the state, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, has been busy plotting, trying to get parties broken up, and is not paying enough attention. And the state is still not completely overcome what had happened in Badlapur, a few months ago, and then the quote-unquote encounter that followed that particular case. But what we are looking at here is just a couple of days before the announcement or before the implementation of the Model Code of Conduct, we are seeing that a senior leader from a party whose leader is the Deputy Chief Minister in the state getting shot during the festivities. So that indeed raises a lot of concerns amongst a lot of people. We've already seen that the political statements from the opposition have already started pouring in. We can expect it to take an upward turn tomorrow, especially when the entire state can start speaking about it. But it indeed becomes a very important issue where right in the heart of the city, right in Bandra West, considered to be one of the most posh areas of the city and of the state, and one of the most respected and secured individual, former minister and three-time MLA Baba Siddique, who also had a wide security was shot right in the middle of festivities. It is indeed an important and a rather alarming situation here in front of the law and order, and especially Deputy Chief Minister and Minister, Mr. Siddique.
Absolutely. Anuj, stay with us because we have the Commissioner's bite that we can play out for our viewers. Let's listen to what he has to say.
9:30 वाजताची जवळपास घटना घडलेली आहे, ज्याच्यामध्ये श्री बाबा सिद्दीकी हे इंजर्ड झालेले आहे. त्यांना लीलावती हॉस्पिटलमध्ये पाठवण्यात आलेला आहे. तिथे इलाज चालू आहेत आणि 2 संदिग्ध लोक आम्ही ताब्यात घेतलेले आहे. पुढची तपास तो क्राइम ब्रांच मुंबई करत आहे.
All right, Anuj, if we would translate that for our Hindi-speaking viewers and English-speaking viewers, please.
Sure. CP said that this incident took place at 9:30 p.m. and and the situation, according to him, is still critical. And he said that there were three people who are on the radar of the police, out of which 2 have been caught by the police and 1 is still absconding. And this is what the CP said. So of course, we'll have to wait for the confirmation of the news. As far as the hospitals are concerned, but what is spreading, the word that is spreading across, of course, is the fact that confirms the demise of the senior leader who made his way through to the NCP party just a few months ago and has been in news for a long period of time for both good and bad reasons, but is an extremely loved individual here in the Bandra region, not just in one particular community, but across different communities. A very well-respected man and known to be everyone's friend and known to be someone who solves problems of even the most common person here in Bandra region and across Mumbai city region. Of course, this will have its repercussions not just in the upcoming elections, the MCC for which will be implemented in the next couple of days, but rather far-reaching consequences as well. Because in the last 3 years, the opposition has also been of the view that the situation of the state has become more or less, on what the opposition leaders consider to be is a very normal situation in the state of UP and Bihar, where there is this word of Gunda Raj getting popularized, and that is something from which the state of Maharashtra has kept itself away. It's especially the state of Mumbai, where the law and order situation is considered to be very strong, and the Mumbai police is really respected for taking care of the citizens. But in this particular situation, where let alone the residents of the city, but a prominent leader whose party is a part of the government is himself not safe and secure, on an occasion of a festivity like Dussehra, that does raise a lot of questions, and there will be a lot for the Chief Minister and for the 2 Deputy Chief Ministers to answer. But as of now, what we know is that Mr. Devendra Fadnavis is present in the hospital.
Right, Anuj, we'll come back to you in just a short while from now. We'll have to take a break at this moment. We'll be back with more.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From maximum city, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of maximum city is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. the NDTV app. News that matters to you.
All right, the big story that we are tracking at this hour, Baba Siddique, Maharashtra's former minister and the leader of Nationalist Congress Party of the Ajit Pawar faction. He has died after being shot at inside his son's office in Mumbai's Bandra. In fact, 2 to 3 shots were fired at Baba Siddique at around 9:30 p.m. And currently 2 people, they have been taken into custody in the connection to this firing. Remember, Baba Siddique, he was in fact, who enjoys high-level security. He was shot at in Mumbai's Bandra, and he later passed away in the Lilavati Hospital. He was rushed to the Lilavati Hospital, where the doctors they pronounced him dead after trying to save him. Baba Siddique was visiting his son and Zeeshan Siddique, who is also an MLA from Bandra East. He was there at his office when this shooting incident took place. Reports suggest that 3 bullets were fired at him. He was shot at. The leader was then rushed to the Lilavati Hospital, where the doctors they declared him dead. Remember, the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, he has also spoken after this incident. He has said that this is an extremely unfortunate incident. 2 people have been taken into, who have been detained. 1 person is from Uttar Pradesh and the other one is from Haryana. The third person, he is on the run right now. The Chief Minister, in fact, also mentioned that he has asked the police to take strict action and ensure that no one takes law and order into their hands. He reiterated on the fact that a gang war-like situation should not be allowed to resurface in Mumbai, is what the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has said. And these are all pictures coming. These are all pictures from outside the Lilavati Hospital that you can see on the bottom right corner of your screen. Many people have gathered outside the hospital. Many of them, as my colleague Anuj Raite was trying to speak to them, they were in denial, saying that he's still very much alive, and they hope that he comes out of the hospital. But the unfortunate news that we are bringing to you at the moment is that Baba Siddique, he has been shot dead. 3 rounds were fired at the NCP leader. Remember, Baba Siddique was associated with the Congress party for a very, very long time, for 48 long years, before he shifted his allegiance to the Nationalist Congress Party of the Ajit Pawar faction just in August this year. And this is really unfortunate news that we are bringing to you at the moment. Baba Siddique, the NCP leader, he has been shot dead. Remember, the police has taken 2 people into custody. They have detained 2 people as of now, and we are still waiting for further information on this. And my colleague Anuj Raite is still there outside the Lilavati Hospital to get us more information on this. Anuj, you know, he had a very significant relationship with the Bollywood stars as well. And, you know, he was known for his unusual iftar parties, where people from all communities, they would come and gather, and, you know, they would get together at his residence. So he would in a way be responsible for getting people from all walks of life together there.
Yes, indeed. I mean, yes, Baba Siddique was an extremely popular face. When you talk about, I know has been reiterating since the beginning that not just politics, but especially in the Hindi film industry as well. You know, he had close relations with almost all the people here in Mumbai, and his iftar parties were extremely royal. They were known, party which one wouldn't want to miss, where people from across different, walks of life, and especially from the Bollywood, would come down to. And it's also a famous incident where Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan would make peace at Baba Siddique's party. So, you know, that was the kind of influence that Baba Siddique had and the power that he wielded, and not just common people here who have gathered in hundreds, and now the number of people gathering here, coming here to the hospital to know what exactly happened to their leader is increasing. But it is not just these people who are very closely connected with him, but it is also the top superstars of the country, and some of them might also make their way to this hospital, is what we are learning. Salman Khan, who had a scheduled shoot for a Big Boss, has reportedly cancelled it and is on his way here to the Lilavati Hospital, is what we are learning. We've also learned that Ajit Pawar has finally put out a statement and thereby making it, confirming it for once and for all that, that the demise of Mr. Baba Siddique has indeed taken place, and his, he shared his condolences with the family, with the Siddique family. But yes, as you said, that Baba Siddique was an extremely loved figure, not just in the political circles, but in several other, circles of the state and of the city as well, which will make it very interesting to see what kind of reaction and the government has to this particular activity. It happened at around 9:30, and of course the police and the hospital haven't yet put out a statement by themselves confirming it, which is why we can see people around me waiting just for that one statement from from the authorities, and they've also getting a little irritated about what they consider to be a fake news. And as you know, we saw when we tried to talk to them, they are in complete denial, and we still believe that Mr. Baba Siddique is all right. Which, from what we know as of now, is not the case, unfortunately. So that is going to be a challenge, because there are hundreds and hundreds of his loved ones who are here. All of these people for whom Mr. Baba Siddique has worked day in, day out, whenever he's been a part of different political parties, different political factions. He's represented them three times in Maharashtra's Legislative Assembly, and has also been a very important minister in Maharashtra's cabinet. Some time ago. So yes, an important leader, an important individual, and someone who wielded a lot of influence on not just the common people, but also on some of the strongest people here in the city and the country.
Anuj, there has been a lot of concerns that have been raised by the opposition as well. The assassination of the NCP leader in Mumbai, it has sparked widespread concerns, especially, and speculations, in fact, particularly from the opposition parties. We heard Clyde Crasto just a short while ago questioning the law and order situation in Mumbai, saying that if something like this can happen to a political leader, a political figure, what about the common man? They have also been raising several questions regarding the motive behind this attack, which we currently don't know, and until the police, comes out with that information. But also the involvement of the law and order situation is something that they are really picking up, and especially because this is the election season. This is also going to turn into a political, a weapon for the opposition there.
Yes, that has been the case, and several important pointers here. Firstly, there were a lot of talks about rift in the Mahayuti alliance, and the important reason for that rift was Mr. Ajit Pawar and his faction of NCP, which is not on the same ideological plane as the rest of the two parties. And we also saw the criticism that the party got from the RSS through their mouthpiece after the Lok Sabha election, where it had only a strike rate of only 25%. And since then, there were talks about how Ajit Pawar might take a strong step and, walk outside of the government. So it will be interesting to see how the leaders of the NCP faction of Ajit Pawar also take this particular matter, because it is not just the people who are in the opposition who are taking a strong stand against it, but we're also learning that there are several murmurs about this actually influencing the alliance of the Mahayuti in the coming days, because it is like what was the case a week ago rather, where a local party member from Baikala was also killed just like this, and in broad daylight, quite literally. But in this case, it is a very high-profile case. It is a murder of a high-profile individual, which does really account for a lot of criticism from the opposition parties, which has been the case, especially since last 1 hour. We think that there's a lot of movement happening here. This is what I'd like to say. An ambulance is making its way to the hospital. People are trying to make way. So it will be interesting to see. And of course, it's a hospital, so there will be the movement of ambulance and the people, regardless of what case we are looking at. But But to get back to what we were discussing, it does become an important political issue because ever since 2022, when these three parties came to form the government, when Eknath Shinde became the chief minister, one thing that the opposition has been holding on for the longest period of time in Baba is how Maharashtra, the Gunda Raj is extending to Maharashtra. And it is not just limited to Mumbai, but it's also, had its influence in the deeper parts of the state, be it regions like Sambhajinagar, be it regions like Kolhapur, or even Vidarbha. But when it happens at right in the heart of the city or heart of the state, that too to one of the most, if not the most important Muslim leaders of the state, it does really raise a lot of concerns and questions about the safety and security of not just the people of one particular community, but about the masses. Because if an individual or if a leader with a wide plus security could not really keep himself safe in the right when the security and the police personnel of the city was at its peak, is it really that easy for the people to go about their daily business, not really worrying about their security and safety, to rely completely on the law and order machinery and the police machinery is the major question. And that will indeed become one of the most, if not the biggest pointers leading up to the implementation of the MCC in the next couple of days.
Absolutely. And just give us a sense of the kind of impact it might have on the upcoming Maharashtra elections and the overall Maharashtra politics as of now. Because do you feel that it is going to affect the balance of the entire political landscape in Maharashtra as of now?
As of now, we can only make assumptions on what kind of repercussions will this have, because it's too early for us to say, because we're still in that particular time period where a lot of people, a lot of his followers have gathered here, and as we can see, they are eagerly looking towards the hospital for one news, which, according to them, should be about their leader coming out and walking, fit and fine, which unfortunately wouldn't be possible because of what official things that we're hearing. But as far as the Maharashtra election is concerned, it will be too early to say about what repercussions it will have. But one thing is for sure, and that is that the opposition is going to pull its socks up, it's going to pull its sleeves up and trying to attack the government about this particular issue. More importantly, because the most active part of the government here is Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. His was the party with the most number of seats in the 2019 elections, and he is also kind of credited or blamed for the kind of political gameplay that went into breaking Shiv Sena or breaking NCP just to get the Bharatiya Janata Party back to the power. And he was managing the Growth Khata, which is the Home Ministry, which had the control of the police. Now, although he's considered to be a leader of extreme efficiency, but in the last 3 to 4 months, several questions have been raised. Of course, it was the Badlapur issue then, and now it is the killing of Mr. Baba Siddique. Of course, we saw a week ago there was another incident taking place against the NCP leader as well. So there are a lot of questions raised about not just the political moral of Devendra Fadnavis, but also about the credibility of him, handling an important position like the Home Ministry, and it will become important for the opposition, who will come down extremely heavily. And in fact, they've already started doing it. They've started questioning all the stakeholders in the government, but especially Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, who according to many leaders, especially from the NCP faction of Ajit Pawar, has spent more time in kind of putting plots or playing plots on, as far as politics is concerned, as far as splitting the parties is concerned, rather than, kind of getting his job done pretty well as a home minister. So that is a big allegation against Devendra Fadnavis, and it's something that he needs to come out in open and answer. But the only time that will tell us exactly what kind of repercussions will, an incident of this magnitude will have on the Lok Sabha, on the assembly elections in Maharashtra, which are literally days away from now on.
Right, Anuj, stay with us. We'll take a very short break and we'll be back with more.
In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries, shaping the world's future. NDTV World Summit, October 21st and 22nd on the NDTV network.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced to leave their homes, not knowing what lies ahead for their future in Lebanon.
In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries.
Mr Siddique, the NCP leader, he has succumbed to his to the gunshot injuries. He has been pronounced dead by the Lilavati Hospital. Three-time MLA from Bandra West, he was shot at outside his son's office in Bandra East, and he was taken to the Lilavati Hospital, where the doctors tried their best, but the doctors could not succeed. The doctors, they in fact pronounced him dead, and the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shinde, he in fact spoke to the media. Let's listen into what he had to say.
बाबा सिद्दीकी याच्यावर गोळीबार झाला, अतिशय दुर्दैवी घटना आहे आणि या संदर्भात मी डॉक्टरांची अगोदर बोललो होतो आणि पोलीस आयुक्तांशी बोललो. त्यामध्ये 2 आरोपी अरेस्ट आहेत, एक यूपीचा आहे, एक हरियाणाचा आहे आणि एक आरोपी फरार आहे. झालेली घटना अतिशय दुर्दैवी आहे. मी पोलिसांना निर्देश दिलेले आहेत की मुंबईमध्ये कुठल्याही परिस्थितीत कायदा सुव्यवस्था कोणी हातात घेता कामा नये, गँगवॉर वगैरे कोणी डोकं वर काढता कामा नये, याच्यावर कडक कारवाई झाली पाहिजे. कठोर कारवाई करण्याच्या मी सूचना दिलेल्या आहेत आणि पोलिसांची कायदा सुव्यवस्था राखण्यामध्ये मुंबई पोलिसांचं नाव आहे आणि त्यामुळे या आरोपीला तात्काळ पकडतील आणि त्याच्यावर कडक कारवाई करतील. तिन्ही लोक जे आहेत यांच्यावर बाबा सिद्दीकी यांच्यावर जो हल्ला केलेला आहे, या हल्ल्यासंदर्भात तात्काळ यांच्यावर कठोर कारवाई होईल आणि कठोर कारवाई करण्याचे निर्देश भी दिए हैं.
यहाँ की कानून व्यवस्था को क्या हो गया है? दिन दहाड़े गोलीबार, और वो भी गोलीबारी किसके ऊपर? जो पूर्व मंत्री रह चुका है, जो 3 बार विधायक रहा, जिसका पुत्र अभी सरकार के कोटे में, जो सरकार पक्ष है, उस कोटे में विधायक है। ऐसे लोग अगर सुरक्षित नहीं है, अगर बाबा सिद्दीकी जैसे लोगों को दिन दहाड़े गोली मारकर हत्या कर दी जा रही है, उनको मौत के घाट उतार दिया जा रहा है, तो सोचिए आम जनमानस का क्या होगा। आम जनमानस, मुंबई, महाराष्ट्र की जनता धिक्कार रही है इस महायुति सरकार को कि आपने ऐसा महाराष्ट्र, ऐसी मुंबई बना दी है।
So those were the political reactions that have come in after the assassination of Baba Siddique. Remember, Baba Siddique, he was a well-known Indian politician. He was a social worker as well as a community leader based in Mumbai. A very prominent figure in the city's Muslim community as well as, and he has been involved in various philanthropic and social activities as well. He was associated with the Indian National Congress for a very long time, and he had recently shifted his allegiance to the Nationalist Congress Party of the Ajit Pawar faction just this year. In fact, let's go across to my colleague Anuj Raite, who is standing there outside the Lilavati Hospital. Anuj, I believe you have somebody with you.
Yes, yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
आप बाबा सिद्दीकी के बारे में बताइए कि उनका योगदान क्या था यहाँ के लोगों के लिए। सबसे पहले बताइए कि आप क्या खबर सुन रही है अंदर से कि क्या हो रहा है फिलहाल।
बाबा भाई को कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, ठीक है। फालतू की बातें मीडिया फैला रही है कि बाबा भाई को ऑफ हो गए। बाबा भाई कुछ नहीं हुआ, हमारे बाबा भाई को कुछ हो भी नहीं सकता। ऑपरेशन चालू है और ठीक होगा। उसके बाबा सिद्दीकी के जैसा कोई नेता हो ही नहीं सकता।
अभी वो पार्टीज है, उस पार्टी के नेताओं ने ट्वीट करके लिखा है उनकी हादसे के बारे में, डेथ के बारे में। मैम आप बताइए कि बाबा सिद्दीकी का यहाँ के लोगों के लिए क्या योगदान था, कितने महत्वपूर्ण?
बाबा सिद्दीकी ने यहाँ के लोगों के लिए बहुत बड़ा योगदान किया। हर चीज के लिए उन्होंने हमारे साथ दिया है, गरीबों के साथ दिया। जिनके पास रहने को घर नहीं था, उनका घर दिया, सब कुछ किया हमारे बाबा भाई ने।
These are very emotional voices that we are hearing from the residents of Bandra. These are the people who have lived here all their lives and who have seen, have kind of benefited a lot from the benevolence of Baba Siddique. And as you saw on your screen right now, even after talking to them or even after telling them that a confirmation has been made by the leaders of the party.
Absolutely. It also basically gives you a sense of how respected a leader he was considered within the Mumbai's community there.
Yes, extremely, because as we see, of course, we couldn't really talk to the women there because the police wants to keep the gate empty. But then they were time and again repeating that he's given food to all those who starved all their lives. He's given home to all the homeless living here. He's known for his philanthropic activities. He's known for standing by those who don't really have anyone standing by their own side. And that is the reason why, again, I'd like to pan around and show what it looks like at the moment outside Lilavati Hospital. Here we can see that the movement of the people is increasing and the police is trying to make sure that the gates are kept as empty as possible because it's a hospital after all, and then there will be movement of vehicles for other patients as well. And Lilavati Hospital, as we know, is one of the most important and crucial hospitals of Mumbai. But the police is trying to spread messages. The police is trying to communicate it not just to the followers of Baba Siddique, not just to the all those who come here to have a glimpse of him, but also to the media to try and cooperate with the authorities, because the number of people here is increasing and it's almost 12 midnight, but we are seeing that there is no, there is no lack of energy for people when they are trying to come here. But unfortunately, they're not really in a state where they would, where they would accept what has happened. As we see that they are not really able to talk to us without really claiming that it is false news that has been shared by different platforms, including the leaders of all the prominent political parties. But what we see on their faces at the moment is just confusion. More than what transpired at 9:30 here at Bandra. They want to know about who exactly he is. They're waiting for that one confirmation which comes from the side of the hospital authorities, because clearly they're not really trusting the reports, the media reports that are making round. We're learning that the police is trying to make advancements already. They've already taken the gun, the gun with which Baba Siddique was allegedly shot, into their custody, and they've also arrested a couple of people, while the third person still remains absconded. But we've seen statements coming from the Chief Minister, from the Deputy Chief Minister, who've taken through different platforms to talk about how big a loss this is, not just for one political party or for one community, but to the state of Maharashtra as a whole.
Absolutely. Anuj Raite there, reporting from outside the Lilavati Hospital. Baba Siddique's influence, as you can see from the crowd that had gathered outside the Lilavati Hospital, it suggests that his influence, it extends beyond the Muslim community of Mumbai, with his connection with local politicians, be it businessmen, be it social leaders, as well as people from the Bollywood industry, the entertainment industry there. We'll slip into a very short break. More news on the other side.
New day, new show, a new experience.
Start your day with the news, not views.
We bring you stories that matter
and impact your life.
News that informs and keeps you ahead. From Maximum City, Mumbai,
to the seat of power, Delhi,
NDTV brings you the best breakfast show. Breakfast news on NDTV, 8 a.m. every day.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
India's IT capital is always buzz. It's literally a city that never sleeps. And I keep you ahead on all the Bengaluru buzz.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Stay informed and entertained with the new and updated NDTV News app. You can watch all our channels live, listen to podcasts, read breaking and exclusive news from around the world and more. Download the NDTV app today and get access to the best journalism and storytelling on your smartphone or tablet. The NDTV app. News that matters to you.
Sorrow, injuries, displacement, and this is all what we are witnessing here in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Civilians from the southern part of Lebanon who have been forced to leave their homes, not knowing what lies ahead for their future in Lebanon.
In a world of shifting power dynamics, India stands tall as a global force. Join us at the NDTV World Summit 2024, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unveil his transformative vision for the India century. Be a part of a summit of thought leaders and visionaries.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Left, Right and Centre, the weekend edition. I'm Vedant Agarwal. Well, our big focus on the show this evening. In his Dussehra address, the RSS chief seems to have set the BJP's poll agenda for the crucial Maharashtra elections, reiterating what the Prime Minister said just days ago in Mumbai. Well, Mohan Bhagwat has called for Hindu unity, positioning the saffron fold in clear opposition to the India bloc's caste census pitch. With Hindutva back in the focus as the BJP's core ideology and the pitch for consolidation of all castes under one Hindu umbrella, the party is back to appealing to its principal vote bank. This, as a chorus for the caste census grows within the opposition camp. On Left, Right and Centre tonight, we ask, with the return of the Hindutva politics, can the pitch for a cohesive Hindu bloc dent the opposition's caste card? Before I introduce my panel this evening, let's quickly take a look at what Mohan Bhagwat in fact had to say and the Congress's chief's reaction. Well, the Congress says that the RSS supports a party that believes in disunity.
आवश्यकता है मदद की, विश्व भर के हिंदुओं की, भारत के सरकार की सहायता उनको मिले, ये उनकी आवश्यकता है कि दुर्बल रहना अपराध है। हम अगर दुर्बल है, असंगठित है, तो उसका मतलब हम अत्याचार को निमंत्रण दे रहे हैं। निमित्त कुछ नहीं चाहिए, हम दुर्बल है, ये निमित्त पर्याप्त है। और इसलिए जहां कहीं भी हम हैं, वहां संगठित रहना, सशक्त रहना।
ये करने वाले ही बांट रहे ना, जो लोग देश में यूनिटी चाहते हैं, वो पार्टी जो डिसयूनिटी चाहती है, उस पार्टी को सपोर्ट करने वाले आप ही हैं, भागवत जी ही हैं। पहले कहां से शुरू करें? संविधान बदलने से शुरू करें, रिजर्वेशन निकालने से शुरू करें, हिंदू मुसलमानों के बारे में अलग अलग बात की।
Let me introduce my panel this evening. Mr. Anupam of the Congress is with me in studio. Anish Gawande, national spokesperson of the NCP, is also with us. Also, Sanjay Gupta, leader of the Shiv Sena UBT, is with us. Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the BJP, and Praful Ketkar, editor of Organizer Weekly. Thanks all very much for being with us. Tuhin Sinha, let me begin with you. In fact, what the Congress chief said was interesting. While of course you talk about this sort of social engineering, this unity pitch, where is the unity, many would say, because you are also doing exactly the same thing. I mean, the consolidation of the non-dominant castes seems to be the BJP's playbook. I mean, that's what we saw play out in Haryana as well. So where is this unity that, the Prime Minister spoke
good evening,
of
Vedant. Good evening.
several days ago, and the RSS chief also echoed that sentiment.
Good evening, Vedant. Good evening, everybody. A very happy Dussehra to all of you. You know, the RSS point of view has always been very clear. From the time of its inception in 1925, it has believed that a Sanghathit Hindu Samaj is the key to a Sanghathit Indian society. And it believes that the onus, the primary onus for setting the nation's agenda lies upon the Hindu society. So that's precisely what Adarniya Mohan Bhagwat echoed today. When it comes to unity, I don't know what figures you were mentioning from Haryana, because, I think Haryana is a typical example of a complete rejection of Congress party. Even the core Jat votes, which Congress had been banking upon, did not go in entirety to it. But that does not mean that we played any form of a divisive card. In fact, en masse, we have got votes from all sections of society. How else would, after being in power for 10 years, our vote share go up by a good 4% and the seats by 15 seats? So I don't think we have any way been divisive in our approach. Rather, we have always believed in unity. And, in this aspect, what RSS thinks and what we think is fairly similar. We too believe that a consolidated, united Hindu Samaj is essential for the future of the country. And, he also spoke about many other things, ultra-wokeism.
But Tuhin, before I bring in the Congress spokesperson to respond to that, this sort of very overt appeal to, Hindutva, as it were, particularly after what the Prime Minister said during the Lok Sabha campaign as well, which was seen by many as a communal remark. Would you say that this is an appeal, in a sense, to consolidate what has been your principal vote bank? Because many have pointed out that the BJP's arc has expanded, but you're now returning to your principal vote bank.
No, BJP has always been consistent in its approach. If it was not emphasized enough during Lok Sabha elections, maybe it lost in the clutter of many different issues that were there, primarily developmental issues. But this has always been, cultural nationalism has always been a forte. But if you just look, if you just look at some of the other things which Mohan Bhagwatji said, whether it is, against wokeism, whether it is against cultural Marxism, or whether it is something as beautiful as, the Valmiki Parv going beyond the Valmiki Bastis and being celebrated by all Hindus. I don't think why Congress should have any problem with these things. The Congress today is fundamentally, by showing its aversion, by showing its hatred for RSS, it shows its hatred for nation building.
Let me get Anupam to respond to that, because before we come to the caste consolidation aspect and whether that will sort of yield political dividends, because that hasn't been the case in Haryana. But what the point that Tuhin is making about this sort of the politics of appeasement, which has been long discussed, and that has been a charge against your party, and this sort of pussyfooting around issues, as many would say, as Tuhin is also pointing out. How do you respond to that?
So, Vedanta, first of all, a very happy Vijay Dashmi to you and all your and everyone on the panel. So, the topic of discussion today is the statement made by Mr. Bhagwat on Hindu unity. And in fact, Vedanta, I don't think there is a question of a debate on this issue. I don't see any opposition to, of course, there should be Hindu unity. Of course, we should all remain united. Of course, there should be Sikh unity, there should be Muslim unity, Biharis should be united, Gujaratis should be united, everyone in my village should remain united. There is no problem at all in someone remaining united. The question here is, united for what? Is it to preserve our pluralism, our diversity? Is it to safeguard the idea of India? Or is there an undertone as to united to have a fight with someone? That is the real question. There is no debate, no contradiction in Hindus being united and having a caste census. There is no contradiction at all.
No, but many would say that, by calling for a caste census, you are essentially not looking at a united Hindu Samaj, as it were, because, as the Prime Minister has also pointed out, that you don't talk about, say, the Shias or the Sunnis or the various sects, within the Muslims, and why sort of this emphasis on enumerating, on the basis enumeration on the basis of caste?
This is Vedanta, a factually wrong understanding. So even in the caste census, of Bihar, you see, there is caste enumeration, in fact, among Muslims.
Yes.
So there is no question of talking of caste only in the Hindu community. And as far as the official formal position of BJP goes, you should ask the BJP spokesperson, are they against caste census or are they for caste census? In case, if they are for caste census, then there is no debate at all. It is good, very welcome. They are on our agenda. We want caste census in the country, and I hope RSS as well as the BJP is also on that same line. There is no question of a debate. As far as unity is concerned, we are for Hindu unity.
We are for your quick response to that, and then I'll bring in my other guests. Yes.
Well, not only the BJP, even the RSS has made its stand on the caste census very clear. We don't believe there should be any politics over it. In principle, we are in favor of it, but we are against the Congress chicanery on the issue. We are against the Congress deceptiveness on the issue. When they do a caste census in Chhattisgarh or Karnataka, but don't have the moral courage to make it public, that shows that they have basically fudged data. You need to remember that in the 2011 caste survey, there were 8.19 crore errors, and 1.5 crore out of those errors still remain unaddressed. That is one of the reasons why caste census have been delayed. But in principle, we have never opposed it. I think the Congress should know this.
You are not opposing caste census.
So Tuhin's point essentially is that it's only for logistical reasons, perhaps administrative reasons,
of course, that can
why
be
caste census
so
is being delayed. And in principle,
there is no
in
principle opposition. It's a
No,
very
but we
welcome
have-
thing. I want this
the entire
official position
argument
of the
to
BJP
the entire
spokesperson
argument
to go-
to him that the Congress is opposed to Hindu unity sort of stems from the idea that you are opposing a caste census. Anyway, let me also bring in Anish Gawande of the NCP, who is joining us at this point as well. Anish, how do you look at this entire caste conundrum and the issue of identity, which certainly has taken center stage when it comes to Maharashtra? I mean, what we saw in Haryana, many have drawn very many parallels between Haryana and Maharashtra as well in terms of the caste